Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hey, y'all feeling good today? I know I am. What is going on? Happy Thursday to you all. I am so blessed to be here and to be able to spread some positivity out there in cyber world, which really is the real world. So I'm not going to just pretend I'm talking to people who aren't real people, because I know you all exist. I just really hope and pray that you are being motivated by my messages, and I am able to uplift some spirits and spread a little hope and a little love out there. So of course I am here with a motivational message of the day, and God just placed in my heart living a normal life. Like, what does living a normal life look like to you? When I think about living a normal life, I think about the expectations of society in today's world and keeping up with the Joneses. And we want the house and the car and the dog and all of that kind of stuff, and just fit into what everybody else is doing. And I just want to bring some light to the fact that your reality or your life and what a normal life looks like to you may not be what my normal life looks like. My normal life ain't gonna be what your normal life looks like. I just want to shed some light on the fact that everybody's light is different. Everybody's normal is different. It is not the same. So when you say, some people say, well, that person is weird, or I know my kids call me weird sometimes because I just don't do what everybody does. One of the last things that I choose to do is keep up with the Joneses. That has always been a part of my character. I have always embraced the individuality about myself and accepted the fact that I am just not like everybody. I don't think the same as everybody. Some things I might say might sound alienated to you all, sometimes, but that is really the way that my mind works. So I know some of you might say, well, that's not normal, and that's not life, and that's not the way things are, and that's just not how people are. But I refuse to adapt to the changes of the world. Like, I just don't want to adapt to what's going on. And the Word of God actually tells us that the Word of God is very important to me, and I try to be obedient. But the Word of God tells us not to conform to the ways of the world. That means you don't have to do it the way that everybody else is doing it. That is one sure way to fail. And I heard a very successful entrepreneur, motivational speaker say that, and I was so glad to receive that confirmation, because one of the worst things that you can do is cling on to the way of living that everyone else is doing. And when it seems like things are so unnatural to you, and you can't seem to catch up because what everybody else is doing may not be for you. What somebody else is doing, or what may look natural to that person, or what that person is doing, and they do it so gracefully. That is their gift. That is what God did for them. That's where God has them. That is where He blessed them in that area, and it's just not for you. What other people are doing, it is just not for you in any way. So we have to learn how to embrace the individuality of ourselves, and learn how to accept the fact that we are unique. We are unique and special in our own way. And that is a sure way to finding your path in life and finding your destiny, embracing who you are, being in alignment with God, and your happiness and your joy, the things that make you happy. Don't think having the things that other people have are the things that is going to make you happy. Now, we all wish to live a happy life, a successful life, a life that is filled with the things that we like to enjoy. We like nice things, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to live a comfortable life or a wealthy life, or a healthy life. But a lot of us out here, the females, getting the BBLs and getting all snatched up, and they getting the from my understanding, the BBLs is getting the fat sucked out of your stomach and put in your butt. So, and everybody is accepting that as something normal. And I was actually thinking about that today because I was watching a reality show on BET with, they was talking about botched up surgery, cosmetic surgery in that way. And one person who was experienced with that, she was actually a doctor, and I believe it was LA or Miami or something like that, and she ended up having to go to jail because she was just doing botched up jobs on people, and people ended up getting sick, and I think someone may have even died under her care with her trying to fix them up cosmetically. And she was saying that no one should ever do that, under any circumstances. And she said she wasn't pleased with her body, and she was just so unaccepting of the way that God made her, that she ended up getting cosmetic surgery or BBL or whatever on herself. And she just got addicted to it, and then she became a doctor in that area. I guess she wasn't all that professional, and like I said, she ended up going to jail for a long time. She did her time, she came out, and she was just speaking out on it, and she was saying that no one should ever do that, like ever, under any circumstances, unless it's medically necessary for you to get the fat sucked out of your stomach and get it placed in your butt, which I don't know why that would ever be medically necessary. And I'm not here to judge, to each his own, but she was just saying no one should ever do that. And now I understand today that that it has become normal, to our society, for people to get BBLs and get that kind of cosmetic surgery. Kanye West, his mother died. I believe she was getting a tummy tuck or something like that, and she ended up not surviving that surgery. As much money as Kanye West has, I don't know, how that could have possibly went wrong, but it's just not for everybody. Some people do it, and some people don't. Some people have good experiences with it, I guess, and some people don't. But why not just accept your body without going to that extent, to just changing your body around. And it might be unnormal, for somebody to walk around with a flat butt or not having a boob job or whatever. And y'all looking at us flat booties all crazy because we ain't get no BBL. But what I'm trying to say is, whatever is normal to you, just let it be normal to you. If you gotta accept the flat butt part of your body, today I have learned to love every part of my body. Yes, I do try to keep my body in shape. Yes, I do love to keep myself looking beautiful and nice and smelling good and all of that kind of stuff. But we so good at dressing ourselves up on the outside that we don't do no dressing on the inside. And as much work as we like to do on the outside, we need to do even more work on the inside. So like a normal life, I don't know what that means. Like, who lives a normal life? Who is the most normal living people that we have ever saw before? The Huxtables, on TV, where Claire Huxtable was a lawyer, and Bill Cosby was a doctor, and they sent their kids to college. That was a TV show. Like, I don't know what exactly is living a normal life for us. I think we will be way more successful and way more pleased with our life and the way that we want it to turn out if we learn how to accept the normal parts of ourselves. Like, just be your own normal. Everybody walking around with an iPhone is either iPhone or Android. I probably would have something else if those two wasn't the only two options. But when everybody assume that my phone is an iPhone when it's not, I still got my Android and I love it, and I have no intentions on getting me an iPhone at all. I see the way they operate. All my kids got iPhones. That is just not an interest or a priority to me for me to change from Android to iPhone, that just because that's what everybody else is doing. If I find a legitimate reason why I should, or it can help me grow mentally or spiritually in any kind of way, if I felt like I was holding myself back by keeping my Android, I don't know, I'm just not interested in doing my normal. Does not have to be your normal, and I'm okay with that. So what is living a normal life? What does that look like for you? Because living a normal life is being happy with who you are, with having a healthy frame of mind, with having a healthy body, with being healthy in your finances, with overcoming the obstacles of life and still being able to enjoy life to its fullest. That's normal for me. With being comfortable with who you are, with putting whatever color hair, whatever you like to do to make yourself look good to you, and not because that's what everybody else is doing. Be your own kind of normal. I guess that's basically what I'm trying to say. And it's okay to be your own kind of normal. You don't have to be the normal that everybody else wants you to be. We have to learn how to accept the individuality about ourselves. That is one major thing that I point out in my new book, Walking Treasure, is how to be your own individual self. That is one sure way to success. Success does not always mean being financially well off. You can be successful in many different ways. Financial success is only one level of success. There are many ways to be successful. Financial success is very important, don't get me wrong, but that's not the only way to be successful. So what is normal to you? What does normal look like to you? I